Welcome everyone to another episode of Monster Info with Reverend Jeff. This one revolves around the legend of the Beast of Busco. The Beast of Busco is the subject of a legend in Churubusco, Indiana, about an enormous snapping turtle which citizens claim to have been seen in 1949. Despite a month-long hunt that briefly gained national attention, the Beast of Busco was actually never found. The small town of Churubusco, Indiana, is located about 15 miles north of Fort Wayne. Became an official town in 1847 and currently boasts a population of roughly 1,800 people, and for nearly 60 years has been the home of the legendary Beast of Busco. Despite its fearsome name, a quick jaunt around Churubusco will soon reveal that the Beast of Busco was actually a turtle, but not your average run-of-the-mill turtle. Reports claim that the Beast of Busco shell was so big it was as large as the top of a car, its neck the size of a stovepipe, and its head the size of a small child's. The Beast of Busco's legend began in July of 1948 when two men from Churubusco, Ora Blue and Charlie Wilson, went fishing in Falk Lake on the property of Gail Harris. When the two were done fishing, they told Harris about a giant turtle that they had seen in the lake. Based on the conversation with Ora Blue, Churubusco resident and turtle expert Rusty Reed determined the original report to be a hoax. Mr. Reed also noted that Charlie Wilson was known to tell tall tales. When the local newspaper reported the sighting of a giant turtle on Mr. Harris's farm, the two fishermen enjoyed a good laugh. This is where the legend of the Beast of Busco would have ended, except now Harris, known for believing anything, claimed to have seen the giant turtle himself. In the first few days of March 1949, Harris claimed to have seen the giant turtle again. This time, he was persuaded by some of the townspeople to try and capture the beast, and according to the newspaper reports, Harris just about did on the first day. A trap of stakes and chicken wire trapped the beast in about 10 feet of water. There was even a video, now lost of course, which appeared to show the creature swimming just below the surface. But no legend worth the status is captured so easily, and thus the Beast of Busco made its escape. On March 7th, the Columbus City newspaper reported on the search for the beast, and the next day reporters from Fort Wayne showed up, including a young reporter from the United Press International who sent the story across the wire. The timing of the story could not be more perfect. With America between wars, people were ready for a happy story, and on March 9th, newspapers across the nation ran the reports of the giant turtle. The Fort Wayne newspapers, more intent on poking fun at the story, jokingly named the creature Oscar, perhaps after Oscar Falk, the original owner of Falk Lake, and also coined the name Beast of Busco. Harris felt that his reputation was being questioned and began a personal quest to capture the beast. On March 12th, more than 200 people traveled to Harris to watch the search. The following day, bumper-to-bumper traffic crowded the town of Churubusco on the route to Harris's farm, while airplanes buzzed overhead, all hoping to get a glimpse of the creature now known as Oscar. By March 14th, 3,000 people had trampled across Harris's property. It soon became a media circus and almost impossible to tell the facts from fiction as reporters began to just make things up. Harris and local garage mechanic Kenneth Litch began to develop numerous ingenious traps in their continuing efforts to capture the beast. Harris even created a type of periscope that allowed him to see down into the murky water in an attempt to catch a glimpse of Oscar. On March 18th, Harris somehow obtained a complete dive suit, and Woodrow Rigsby was quick to attempt to walk the bottom of the lake. But the helmet began to leak, and Rigsby soon called off the search. Another diver, Walter Johnson, reportedly spent 2 hours in the lake before giving up because he kept sinking chest deep into the muck-covered bottom. In April, it appeared the hunt was finally over when 2 Indianapolis men claimed to have captured the Beast of Busco. However, it didn't take long for people to discover that what they had was a sea turtle. Purchased in an attempt to cash in on the Oscar frenzy, this sea turtle, however, gave someone an idea, though it wasn't long before a female sea turtle was bought and brought to the lake in a fruitless attempt to lure the Beast of Busco out of hiding. Public interest faded by May as the Beast of Busco continued to evade capture. This, however, did not stop Harris, who continued the search using various techniques including dynamite charges. In September, Harris attempted the most elaborate method to capture yet. He pulled his tractor up to the lake and hooked up a sump pump, hoping to drain the water from the lake, leaving Oscar nowhere to hide. This attempt renewed interest in the Beast of Busco, and the crowds began to return. This time, Harris charged a small fee to help pay for the pumping and to offset the cost of the crops he lost due to the number of people on his property. Harris used over 2,000 gallons of gasoline as he reduced the once 7-acre lake to a mere acre. More and more people, including senators and celebrities, began to crowd around the lake, hoping to see the now world-famous turtle. On October 13th, 200-plus people got their wish as the Beast of Busco reportedly appeared at the surface of the lake in an attempt to catch a duck being used as a lure. Harris sensed that the end of his search was near and his name would soon be vindicated. However, luck seemed to favor Oscar as the unstable muck-covered bottom took its toll. Wearing out the pump and breaking down his tractor, a crane was brought in to dredge the lake and capture the Beast of Busco. It dredged on for weeks. In December, Harris came down with appendicitis, and by the time he was well enough to start his search again, rain had all but refilled the lake. The search was declared over by Harris, whose health and money were both gone. The following year, he sold his farm, including the turtle traps and the land containing Folk Lake. Since 1949, no further searches have been mounted to find the Beast of Busco, and no new sightings have been reported, leaving some outside of the town of Churubusco to question if the turtle the size of Oscar could have ever existed in Folk Lake at all. According to Churubusco turtle expert Rusty Reed, the answer to that question is yes. Although possibly not the massive size described by the legend, until very recently Reed bred alligator snapping turtles, a much larger version of the northern Indiana cousins, the common snapping turtle. The world record for a common snapping turtle is 70 pounds, the average being around 40. In comparison, the largest alligator snapping turtle weighed an astonishing 236 pounds. Legend has it that a 403-pound alligator snapping turtle was found in the Nesho River of Kansas in 1937. However, the size of this specimen cannot be verified. Based on his own research, Reed believes that the Beast of Busco existed. He would have had to have been an alligator snapping turtle, though he would not have expected to find an even normal-sized alligator snapping turtle roaming around the town of Churubusco. Reed states the alligator snapping turtles tend to prefer warmer climates. However, a 1985 study revealed that alligator snapping turtles do have a tendency to wander north as they age. Since they also gain weight with age, about 1 pound per year, the individual who conducted the study found some of the largest specimens to the north of their normal range. Reed continues by suggesting that if alligator snapping turtle did make it as far north as Indiana, it most certainly would have been large, perhaps the largest ever, but not as large as a dining room table or the top of a car, as the original reports indicated. In his study, The Beast of Busco, Reed found no references to anyone seeing the entire turtle out of water. which means the most anyone ever saw of the creature would have been its head, neck, and top part of its shell, and since alligator snapping turtles have heads that are way out of proportion to their bodies, Reed believes the enormous head may have led people to overestimate the overall size of the creature. Several theories have been suggested as to why Oscar has not been seen in over 60 years, one of which suggests that the beast found some underground channels that it used to escape from the lake and emerge elsewhere. Reed finds this theory to be the least likely since the lake bottom contains several feet of muck, and the area is not known to have underground channels. Another theory, the one that Reed believes most probable, is that the Beast of Busco suffocated in the murky depths of the lake, trying to escape the draining effort. Perhaps like any good legend, the Beast of Busco will never die, at least not in the hearts of the people of Churubusco, who in 1950 started the annual tradition celebrated to this day known as Turtle Days. This 4-day celebration has all the traditional features such as rides, games, food stands, merchant tents, and a parade and the turtle race, a 4-hour turtle versus turtle event. One thing is for sure, the people of Churubusco love the Beast of Busco. And as Reed points out, the alligator snapping turtle can live as long as 400 years. Good enough to keep the legend alive for a few more decades to come. Does the Beast of Busco actually exist? Turtles are known to live hundreds of years, so it's quite possible that it still roams the bottoms of Folk Lake today. Thanks for watching. I'm Reverend Jeff, and may the Squatch be with you.